Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day. I have a bunch of tips that will help you in any rank, but these also work in champ, and these are what helped me get to champ. So the first is with Capitão. When you are on Clubhouse and you are attacking gym bedroom, you can actually use a firebolt safely from spawn to eliminate anybody who might be holding the bathroom. So all you have to do is come up to this truck, I shoot out the glass, make sure that window is open, obviously work with your team if it's castle barricaded, but if you do the lineup where I do, it will get anybody who is playing in the showers. Obviously on this site, showers is one of the most common places for the defenders to hold, whether they're Echo on cam, Maestro on cam, a mirror behind it, because it can also clear the mirror. This is one of the best tricks you can do when attacking that site. I do this nearly every time I attack that site, and whether it gets me elimination or makes them run away for my teammates to get the elimination, it almost guarantees us the win every single time. One of the only times I'll ever bring Capitão. But another trick you can do with Capitão is on Villa. There are holes in the roof. There have been holes in the roof since the map came out. I've reported it multiple times. The devs are aware, but I think it's just a map design. Like, I don't think this is a bug. At least, I assume it's not a bug at this point because I've reported it so many times. But you can actually put a firebolt through the holes in the roof and it will rain fire in Astro, which is also a very common place for people to hold when you are attacking trophy stat. The next one is sticking on Villa, and it's in astronomy room again. You can actually shoot out part of this wall here, and if you lean to the left, you can shoot out half of the other half of the wall. Then you can sit in the corner of this ledge. Now, by doing this, this started off as a meme, by the way, but it's become the most effective meme I think I have ever done, and I now do it in ranked because it's so unexpected. Bear in mind, I'm champ, and this catches people off guard, even in champ. Even though there's a bunch of debris on the floor, it still catches people off guard because when they see the debris, they look directly to the wall, and I guess they assume that people are going to be holding from the rotate, but actually, no, you're just sitting in the corner. So I'm going to show you a bunch of eliminations I've got from this corner, and honestly, it's my favorite thing because you can hold people who push from bottom red, from mudroom, from either trophy or stat. Also, anybody who comes from Memorial, anybody who comes from Library is actually a really good place to be. I've got an example, I think, of eliminating somebody from every single place you possibly could. Sometimes people go on the repel. I feel like they don't really do that in ranked all that much, but if they do decide to go on repel, you can get them too. It's honestly so good, and I really recommend it. If you want to do it in ranked or if you want to do it for a meme, it's quite fun, it's unexpected, and if you have a proximity alarm or your teammate to hold behind you, you can make sure that nobody pushes up Astro stairs and shoots you in the back either. If you do push from bottom red, you will always see them before they see you. You'll see their legs and their waist before they even see your feet. Yeah, this one started off as a meme and then it became serious because it worked so well so often. Still on Villa again. When you're either defending either top floor site, you can actually shoot here, shoot a hole in the floor, then shoot a hole in clock wall. You can now see anybody who pushes up astronomy. Now you have to have quick reflexes for this one, so if your reflexes aren't quick, don't try this one. This angle is pretty uncontestable, so I do recommend it if you've got good reflexes. This one took me a bit of practice to start using in games in quick match and standard. I now use it in ranked sometimes. There's a cool trick you can do with Aruni. If you punch 3 holes in a wall and then you reinforce it on the other side, you can then go back round and put a bulletproof camera and then put your Aruni gate or Syria gate on top. This basically makes the Syria gate bulletproof because they can't really shoot it from the side unless they're quite literally next to it because it's protected from the indents or the rotate in the wall. And people like Ash cannot Ash charge it unless she uses both of her charges on the wall, because one Ash charge obviously will go into the Syria gate. And if an attacker tries to melee it, which obviously they can, they'll have to take damage to do it. I use this one a lot on Coastline, and I also use it on Clubhouse. I don't use it on many other maps, but you can use it on any. Now, a trick that's good to know, or a tip that's good to know, is that Finka cannot use her Adrenal Surge when she is in a radius of a mute jammer. But if the attacker who is injured is also in the radius of a mute jammer, Finka cannot res them. So if you ever get injured and you're in the radius of a mute jammer, make sure that you crawl out of range of it. If not, Finka cannot res you. Or if she sends heals to the teams, she also can't heal you. So that's good to know because it's obvious if Finka's in it, but not many people know that if the attacker is in it, they also can't get picked up. Now, I don't see this used enough. Fuze can actually use his cluster charge on Osa's shield as well as deployable shields. And sure, I'm sure everybody knows this. I just don't see it utilized a lot. It's really great for sites like Cafe to clear utility. If you then get control and you plant down here, you can then set it up again so you can stop the diffuse. But you can also use it on deployable shields. Now, this is where it's really good, because it means that if there's like a frost map behind a shield, you can clear that and you'll clear the defenders playing near it. And then you'll have site control because I've had to run away. Obviously, it's not the case on all maps, but on some maps, it's really useful to do this trick. Always save one cluster charge just for this reason when I'm in the building. Then the final one, or the penultimate one, either or, Blitz cannot use his flash when he's in the radius of a mute jammer, which might seem obvious, but I think a lot of people forget. So if you ever have a mute on your team and somebody is chasing you as a Blitz, try to get to your nearest mute jammer, because then, although he can still knock you down, he can't flash you, and it evens the fight a little bit more. But yeah, here are some tips to help you get champ, but they work in any rank.